Movement tips and lifestyle hacks brought to you by FitLab PGH. Movement, a part of making your life complete. FitLab PGH is back with another movement tip and lifestyle hack. A few weeks ago we talked about using this for scapular and shoulder endurance. We accredited the Movement Fix and their video on scapular robustness. Some people may not want to go out and buy one of these, so we kind of came up with some new ideas. We saw some videos on YouTube because one of the things we've recognized is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, lots and lots of great ideas, people doing the same thing. The most important thing to remember is if we can disseminate it to people who want to move better, then it's beneficial. So I didn't have one of those, or if I didn't have one of those, you saw an earlier video. We talked about sitting. We had one of these resistance straps. I happen to be gorilla arm, so this is the perfect length for me. So I've got a sleeve length about 35 inches. If you've got a sleeve length like this, one of these loops is great for you. What we can do just to get some scapular stability, and what we use it for is to encourage our clients to become familiar with moving their shoulder joint, which is a ball and socket joint, versus moving their shoulder girdle. We know in the lifestyle that there's a habit of hunching over, rounding over. We also know that there's a habit of doing stress breathing or shrugging our shoulders when we get stressed. We know with all the sitting we do behind a steering wheel or at a computer, if everything isn't set up with perfect ergonomics, we have a tendency to shrug. Then we go out and we try to exercise. So I like to use this with my clients before they start doing resistance training, or if they're swimmers, or after they spend a lot of time in the car. So I just have them take this band, I have them work on getting good posture, and whenever I have somebody stand, I never want them to just stand straight up and down. I want them to think about pushing the floor apart with their feet, so they're imagining they're making a little stream going forward and back. So what that does is that helps engage the hips. I want to put them in a position where their palms are facing each other, their shoulders are down, so no shrugging, and I want a nice open shoulder. All they're going to do is pull apart and then just think growing their arms nice and wide. And they hold for 2 or 3 seconds, come back, making sure they're breathing, pull out, going nice and wide. And by going nice and wide, rather than thinking of squeezing the shoulder blades together, we're activating more muscles and becoming more aware of where we're tight. If we want to progress it from there, we have them go nice and wide. If I can get them to stand in front of a mirror, then I have them raise their arms up. The cue is when they ask, how high can I raise my arms up? There's 2 things we look for. Number 1 is they can raise their arms up as high as they can without shrugging their shoulders. So maybe they can only get this high, maybe they can get a little higher. The other thing that I have, or the other tip that I use for them, is they can go as high as they want, no shoulder shrug, and I don't want them to substitute lat length by popping their ribs out or going into lumbar hyperextension. So they start with good posture, we watch them, they go up, 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 up as high as they can. If I try to go any higher than this, I'm going to start to substitute by popping my ribs, doing a little lumbar extension. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have gorilla arms really long, so this is the perfect length. If you don't have the perfect length, this is a little bit too long for you. You can come up with a length of surgical tubing or strap. This actually happens to be from Rogue Fitness. It is what they call a voodoo strap. I think it is, I'm not sure exactly how long it is, they'll tell you. But what you can do is just by wrapping either end around your hand, still having those palms facing, you can squeeze apart, come together. The thing to remember with this is we're not looking for lots and lots of resistance, we're looking just for a little bit. Another movement tip and lifestyle hack to help you avoid getting all stove up. 3 times a week, FitLab PGH brings you a movement tip or lifestyle hack. Thanks to the Pilates Body for providing us a locale for filming.